Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2.
DDT.
Duff, how are you?
Top of the morning to you, DDT.
Top o' the morning.
Big day coming up tomorrow.
Is it?
St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah, right. Happy St. Patty's Day. That's why you're wearing the hat.
Of course.
I didn't realize. I
St.
forgot
Patty's
about
Day
that.
Eve today.
Yeah. Have you been partying?
No, not
Oh.
yet. It's not St. Patty's Day yet.
Oh,
Maybe, we'll see.
I've heard people partying all weekend.
Yeah, it's fallen on a Monday.
Yeah, that can't be.
Who's
good.
partying all weekend around here?
Well, not at my house,
Oh,
but
I thought you said you heard
other
people.
people.
I thought you said you heard people partying all weekend.
I've heard of people partying all weekend.
Heard of?
Like 3 days. One of the other cameramen,
Oh,
Brendan, apparently is going for 3 days straight.
holy jeez.
Yeah.
Just because he's young and
No,
single
he's
and-
an old guy.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
All under the
Must-
guise of St. Patty's Day?
Well, he's Irish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Oh, jeez.
But I know he's Irish.
Full of facts today, DDT.
Yeah. Thanks.
What do you got for the show? It's been a while.
The usual,
a
actually.
couple of weeks.
Yeah. The usual.
I got usual as well.
Do you?
Usual and unusual travel destinations.
Oh.
That could be a fun topic.
Nice. Yeah.
DIY home projects. A couple of the listeners keep
Yeah.
asking about your bathroom renovation
Oh, that's done.
and your ants.
Oh,
stuff
the
like
ants.
that.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
But they're related, aren't they?
No, I don't think so.
No, eh?
No.
Okay. Local food adventures.
Yeah.
Tell you about a couple of. I should have probably wrote it all down, but I get a couple of feeds on whatever about these restaurants. I'm like, wow, those are in Ottawa. Like
Oh,
that's
really?
that's what I always think. Yeah.
Shocking
I should have wrote the
that we
names
have
down.
restaurants in Ottawa.
Yeah. Anyways, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Costco, a cost-saving hack? Question mark.
Did you guys already go there?
We did the run yesterday.
You did. Okay.
And I will tell you why
Yeah.
it's a cost-saving hack, but it's
Okay.
complicated.
Alrighty.
You'll have to follow along when
Got
we
it.
get into that one.
Get it. Got it good.
I got a pick of the week.
Nice.
I got the Sirius satellite radio. I paid for it after the free
Sweet.
intro.
Love me some serious.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll have to give them a shout out, eh?
We just did.
Big Sens win last night. Buying Canadian. And you want to talk about other podcasts. Why? I have no idea.
I do.
All right.
Yeah. How
Let's-
many are we going to get to of
Hey?
those topics? How many go?
I was just thinking we could almost work backwards through that.
That's true.
Let's fire
Good
it up.
point. All right. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
Other podcasts.
Other podcasts.
Why would you want to
Duff.
talk about other podcasts?
Duff. Morning, Duff.
Morning, DDT.
How are you? Can
I'm
you hear
hanging
me?
in there.
Because you're sitting a little too far for the headphones. So
Okay, I keep moving in and
no,
out.
no, no. I mean, if you can hear me,
Oh, I hear you. I don't
'Cause
have
I'm-
headphones on.
I might be speaking lower because
Oh,
I
see
have
what
the
you mean.
headphones on.
I hear you, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Can the
good.
listener hear you, though?
Does the listener want to hear me? Is the question. Probably not.
God.
So yeah, it's been a few weeks. Eh,
Yeah.
we're back in the
Oh,
basement
God. We
cave.
got to get out of your parents' basement. Or your basement. Hey, we got to get out of here.
Oh God, if we were at my parents' basement, there would be no room for us there.
Why
The
can't you
amount of
grab us a
stuff.
coffee shop where we just sit and chat, plug in the mics, where we don't have to pay a fortune for breakfast?
I'll look into it again.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true. Like
I don't even mean look into it. Like, I should do it too. Like, this morning I'm in there buying coffee for you like I always do because I
Yeah.
always buy. Why don't I just go up to them and say, hey, manager, do you mind if the
I'd rather
Car
have-
Coffee podcast sets up in the corner over there?
as much as I like Tim Hortons.
You don't want to do it there.
No, it's too busy. I'd
You
like
don't
to
wanna,
have a
You do
nice...
not want to support a Brazilian company,
Exactly. And we'll be talking about buying Canadian later on.
which Tim's is not, sadly.
Exactly.
Is it Brazilian or American?
Brazilian, I think.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my point was.
Like
no,
the
I'd like to...
wax.
What?
Like the wax.
The wax?
The wax, Brazilian.
The Brazilian, right. The Brazilian wax. Have you ever had one of those?
I really threw you off there.
You did.
DDT.
I was like,
Have I ever
Brazilian
had a
wax.
Brazilian?
yeah.
Never.
No, I'd like to have a coffee shop
Yeah.
where we can. It's an actual like coffee shop.
Yes. Yeah.
You
With
know?
some ambiance.
Ambiance.
Just sit there at a table. Yeah. It's got to be a place.
It's got to be.
Even that second cup on Hazeldean that looks empty all the time. Somewhere like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eh?
We could do that. Hazeldean Mall, you were talking about?
No, it's right. It's in the plaza
Oh,
with the
yeah,
dollar
yeah, I know
store
what you-
and the
no, I know what-
Ultramar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that seems like a possibility.
Yeah. It's not a. That's not a big place though.
Yeah. But that could work.
Yeah. I've been in there before. It used to be a. I believe it used to be a Star Bizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it at your McDonald's, but it sounds more like a rave in there. At least on Saturday mornings, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
God, that's loud music.
Yeah.
All for you to get your $1 coffee,
$1.30.
which I think I bought as well.
Yeah, you bought it
$1.30.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two medium is $1.30.
Oh, medium's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What an incredible savings, though, compared to like the States for sure. When we're down there getting coffee, I can't believe it. How is this even
$3
a thing?
for a coffee, and you were saying in Vegas.
It's $3 US for a coffee.
Weren't you saying in Vegas? it
Oh,
was like,
don't even get me going there.
Or somebody was telling me in Vegas.
Oh,
it's
I
like
was
five
telling you
four-
probably. Yeah.
No, last night when I was out with the
Minimum.
neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, a minimum is
Five-
$5-6 for a coffee.
$5.45.
in Vegas.
He was saying.
US.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. $9 for a coffee.
No, and we're talking just a small, plain coffee.
I know.
Nothing fancy.
Oh, crazy.
Anyways, yeah. So when we're paying $2 a coffee here in Canadian, that's like I think we need to be investing
Or
in
$1.30.
US coffee shops. Yeah, or $1.30.
Like that. I don't
Money
know if they're
matters,
gonna,
eh?
Well, I don't know if they're going to change it back. I don't think
gotta
they have
hand
any
it to them.
plans.
They're
plans to
holding
change
it.
it back.
They're holding it.
Yeah.
And they both have decent contests on. Like I finally won a couple of Tims, by the
Did
way.
you? What'd you
on the
win?
roll-ups, couple coffees. Yeah.
Is that how
Not
you
these ones. No, I'm
Oh.
saving them for me. I'm not wasting my free ones on you. That
Thanks.
makes sense, eh? I'll just buy yours.
That's
yeah.
mean. That's mean. What we were talking about
Other
other
podcasts.
We digressed. Yeah. So
So you somehow stumbled upon one that caught your ear.
Well, no. What was happening was I was reading this article online,
Yeah.
and they had talked about this podcast, and they had a link to it. It's called the Red Scare. Apparently, it's like this super popular podcast.
The Red Scare.
Yeah.
I wonder what it means.
I don't know.
Is it a color about political views in the States?
I
maybe?
guess, but I clicked on it and I
Yeah.
saw their about or whatever. It's
Yeah.
two young women, right? And I guess they talk about politics.
Okay.
But the first 10, 15 minutes that I listened to it was kind of like Cop Car Coffee, except two young women.
Yeah. So a show,
Like really talking about
so
nothing
a show like Seinfeld without the humor,
without the humor
Yeah.
and really talking about nothing.
as ours is coined.
Yeah, I should have
So
maybe
an injurious waste of time.
basically an injurious waste of time. Kind of like
Wow.
Cop Car Coffee,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So I'm like,
But you're listening.
well, I gave up
You're
listening.
feeding into their metrics,
I gave up listening.
like our listener does. Oh,
Yeah.
you listened a little bit. Everything counts.
About 15 minutes. But they didn't get onto anything, so
Mm.
I don't want to hear about them like, I don't know.
What were
it's
they
not,
talking about?
I can't even remember.
Food.
No, they were talking about, I went out.
Cost-saving hacks?
I went out the other night
Did
and
they
blah,
have
blah,
like
blah.
a pick of the week or something?
Nothing from what
No.
I heard, yeah.
Usual and unusual travel destinations.
But apparently it's a big, no.
Oh.
Apparently it's a big,
you don't even get what I'm saying. I'm saying all the things.
I
we're
know
talking-
you're
Oh,
talking
okay,
about all
okay.
the topics, yes.
They weren't even talking about that.
No, they didn't talk
Oh
about it.
my
They didn't have
gosh.
pick a week. They didn't have. They didn't
Brutal.
have Buy Canadian. They didn't have
Yeah.
Sens hockey. They didn't
Okay.
have. Yeah, I don't know. So what? So my point is,
Yeah. How are they so popular?
how do some of these
Yeah.
podcasts become so popular,
Yeah.
and us at Cop Car Coffee are languishing in the weeds?
It's because we don't work very hard at pushing it out there. I'll be
That's
honest.
true. That's true.
But I'm always
Yeah.
surprised.
And we haven't done one in a month, so
yeah,
that might be
that could be part of it
that
too.
could be
we
a
don't build
problem.
a lot of momentum.
No, exactly.
But I do think when people find us, they do listen to a couple of shows.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Is our stats grow whether we're doing the show or not. So what's
Oh,
that
okay,
tell you?
yeah.
Now that
Well, people are listening. So.
or just like it's weird. Maybe we shouldn't even do the show and just watch the numbers go. They'll just keep listening to the old shows. I don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If
I'll
I
just
don't-
rename the shows.
it's quite bizarre actually.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to go into the metrics and see that there's some random listener from like Botswana or
Yeah,
somewhere.
Exactly. What was the last one that we were discussing? It was from where? I forgot.
I could pull that up right now if you
Oh.
can carry the show first. Actually,
Yeah.
no, it's too complicated.
Do I carry
But,
the show ever? No.
We do talk a lot about Canada-U.S. relations.
Yeah.
Whether or not we go very deep on that today is another story. But I would say we have as many listeners stateside as in Canada
Really?
for our show. Absolutely.
I don't think they know we're Canadian.
Consistent,
Or maybe they do, I guess.
consistent listeners, whether they're the same listeners, who knows, right? And then a couple in Europe, and then always some weird,
Country,
odd
eh?
places like
Didn't we have one in Japan or
Podbinsky.
something?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I really should try to fire up the stats next time. It's not even on the list. I didn't even know you wanted to talk about this.
Well, I just thought, usually I don't have anything, but I was kind of
Tell us more about the podcast. Yeah.
well, I was kind of just like listening to this podcast, and I was like, okay, they're going to talk about whatever I was reading about.
Yeah.
And the first part of the podcast, no, they weren't. They were just rambling on. But obviously, there's it just kind of got to me as like, well, how do they get a big following? And we're, like I said, languishing in the weeds.
We're
But I
stumbling.
think it's what you said though. I think it's like they probably work at it, and we
Yeah.
just kind of fart around with it. So
Yeah.
we don't really care one way or the other.
Yeah, this is not an easy thing to do quickly.
Oh,
I
don't
I
worry
didn't know
about
you were
it.
throwing this at me right away.
Don't worry about it.
It'd be fun to see.
If we had a fact checker here, you could, yeah.
We had anyone just to
Yeah.
random things like that,
Yeah.
and then like show us up on a big monitor, and we can both look at it. We could definitely have a better infrastructure.
Well, imagine if we did like a video portion of the podcast, like
As-
Joe Rogan or something.
Actual video, yeah. You do know YouTube picks up all these. I told
know,
you that.
but
It's
like-
bizarre.
Yeah, but like actual video.
Why don't we just throw a phone up when we do it? Yeah, that'd be easy enough.
Yeah, we
I would
could.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should try that.
All right.
Then we might have to upload directly to YouTube or something.
Next time.
Usual and unusual travel destinations.
Yes.
I was surprised and impressed to hear that you had been to a place that I just recently visited.
Oh, what was that?
Le Grand Lodge.
Oh, we.
Yes.
Le Grand
You were up at the
Lodge.
Grand Lodge years ago for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yes, that's correct.
And Duff and the family were up there over the spring break last week.
Yeah.
Le Grand Lodge is a beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful log cabin lodge
Yeah.
with, I guess, just regular rooms attached to
Yeah.
it. Up in the beautiful Mont Tremblant area.
Yes. Of Quebec.
What do you
Canada.
remember? What do you remember of your stay up at Le Grand Lodge?
Well, I remember it was it's a really nice place actually. We, like you said, we brought the chillins for Halloween.
So money didn't matter back then. If you're going to Tremblant for
Well,
Halloween, eh?
Halloween, it's like,
Yeah.
is that really popular time of the year? There's really
Well,
any,
you tell
not
me.
any snow.
You're the one that headed up there.
Well, I should say that, yeah, there was actually a lot of people because when you go for Halloween at
Yeah.
Mont Tremblant, the village,
Mm-hmm.
all the shops and everything there, you can bring the kids trick-or-treating.
Was Jacques Parizeau walking around in his costume?
No.
No.
May no. But you could bring the kids trick-or-treating. So you get them all dressed up. You go around the village, into the shops and whatever.
Cool, and they all have treats.
They all have candy
Isn't
there.
that
And they
neat?
give them, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a nice place. So our kids, I mean, this is like 15 years ago now,
Okay.
probably.
Well, they weren't giving away much last week, I'll tell you that.
Well, no.
They were giving away an 18% tax, I think, that's for sure. When you combine the
18%.
well, there's the regular 15 everywhere, but right at the base of the mountain, I think they had a resort tax.
Oh,
resort
yeah,
fee.
probably, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, forget about it.
We did 2 dinners at one of my favorite culinary experiences.
Which is? Give them a shout out.
Saint-Hubert. Unreal. The peri-peri chicken and the traditional coleslaw, lights out. Knock it out. Out of the park.
I almost spit the coffee out of my nose.
You don't like Saint-Hubert?
No, I just thought I was like expecting some like
Le Faucon Bleu.
oui or something like that.
uh,
Something like
some fancy place.
really kind of like,
Yeah.
I never heard about that. It's like Oh,
No,
it's
no, no.
5-star. It's Michelin
The first
star.
night we did like the Forge, I think it is, right at the base of the chairlift. You know,
Right.
we're watching. You know what the general take was? Spring break, everybody up there from Ontario and elsewhere,
Yeah.
and tired-looking parents, grouchy-looking kids, and the kids. A lot of these kids were somehow given permission to just go run up the ski hill
Oh.
while their parents were drinking, I guess,
That's weird.
and like decompressing after a long day of lift lines and
But that can't-
expensive tickets.
That can't be safe.
So, well, it was kind of funny to watch. The kids were
Yeah.
running up and sliding down and
Oh,
running
okay.
up. And
That's nice.
yeah, but the Forge itself, it was okay. Like, I guess this is what bugs me. I'm sitting there having typical pub fare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we had burgers, nachos, stuff like that. $130 later.
What?
You're like, yeah, for 3 people.
Money doesn't
Couple
matter
of
enough.
pints. Like, yeah. But after all that,
You're getting up there in Scotty's Corner Diner Valentine's dinner pricing
yeah, for a
for
Monday night in Tremblant.
for 3 people.
Yeah. But again, like, it wasn't necessarily bad and the service was okay, but it's like you spend all that and you're kind of comparing it to something like the Brew Table,
Right.
which was way better
Yeah.
in terms of food and cost and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm thinking, I wish we just would have went to Saint Hubert. I wish we just would have. So we went to Saint Hubert the
Nice.
next night, had a
Yeah.
beautiful spread of food,
Yeah.
like lots of appies and everything.
Yeah.
And I think the bill was like $90.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
super good. And then we ordered it in on the last night, delivered right to the lodge.
Yeah,
that
nice.
was a nice
Yeah,
treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last day, just speaking of travel destinations for Tremblant, what a great day. We went skiing all day at Mont Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful weather,
Mm-hmm.
uncrowded hills, 3 different mountains, $30 each, unlimited skiing. They had some
Wow.
special going on
That's
the
really good.
Thursday,
Yeah.
compared to $160 at Tremblant.
Wow.
To like, and you can't even compare them. Skied all day, had a nice lunch right at the hill, couple of pints.
Yeah.
Back to the lodge at 4 or 5, whatever. Hot tub, sauna, pool, outdoor fireplace, a couple of beers from the Dépanneur,
Nice.
like $4 beers from the Dépanneur, which is
Sounds
also
like-
a bit pricey, but
were you
way
drinking
cheaper than.
Saint-Con?
You know what I had? I had something called
Labatt Blue?
a Jaflu or Joe Flu or something.
never
Some
heard of
local brewery up
Yeah.
there. Great beer. Great beer. It was like a Belgian white.
Okay.
Yes, fantastic.
Nice.
So $4 by the campfire. And then Saint Hubert ordered to the room, and then watched our Sens pound the Boston Bruins in a
Nice.
submission. Like,
Yeah.
that was a pretty good day.
It's amazing that you got the Sens up there, right?
Usually,
Yeah.
stateside, you're listening to the stupid radio or you're
Yeah.
hacking into some
Yeah.
weird feed and
Yeah,
it never
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
We had 3 Sens games up there.
Sweet.
1 in French only, no problem.
Yeah, that's all right.
Pas problem.
Yeah.
And then 2 TSN 5. I didn't know that was the English zone TSN 5 in Quebec.
Oh, that's nice.
Makes sense because we get all the freaking Habs games here, don't we?
Well, don't even get me started on that.
Well, I know you're going to go back to the other thing with the Sports Center and all that.
Yeah.
But any TSN game, I don't know how the rights work. Ottawa and Montreal, they've done well by allowing this, I would say.
Yeah.
It's nice that we can watch Sens hockey in Quebec.
Well, I guess they.
And they can watch, or Habs fans can watch the Habs here in Ontario, or at least the Ottawa region.
Yeah, I probably because they realize maybe I don't know if somebody's that smart, but maybe they realize that there are a lot of Ottawans
Yeah.
that go to Tremblant. It's a big
Well,
destination for Ottawa.
Maybe.
I
But
think it's a
mean,
big destination.
I don't
for
think
Ottawa.
they would do it just for that. I just think, well, who knows? All I know is, yeah, like we had it up there. TSN 5 is a regional channel.
Yeah, it's for
which covers
the
the
Ottawa
Ottawa
region.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I was pretty pumped on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good
Any
stuff.
other usual and unusual travel destinations, DDT? Because we're starting to think about the summer. What's the plans?
Oh, I don't know. Money matters, man. I got.
Well, here's another one for you.
Yeah.
I didn't get back to you on our New York City bus tour
Right.
that we have been discussing.
Yes. Well, that would be kind of an unusual
That would be
in a way
unusual.
because when you think of going to New York City, you
I
don't
would
really think of
hopping
bus
in-
tour
I would just think about hopping in the F-150 studio.
or flying.
Yeah, see, I would never think to fly 4
Yeah,
hours
I
away. No, that's ridiculous.
4 hours? No,
4 hours, man.
not to New York City.
No?
From
5,
here?
6?
It's like 8.
8?
Yeah.
I would never think to fly to New York City. Ever. Gosh, we drive to
That's the only way I do it.
Carolinas all the time.
That's the only way I do
That's the
it.
way you roll, eh?
Yeah, I roll.
Yeah, no, so I would never think that. But I would also never think to drive there because I couldn't stand dealing with traffic and roads around New York City.
No kidding.
Mind you, we drove to Boston last year and it was perfect.
Right.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
That was a very, very drivable city. And that was only about 7 hours, I think, as well. Not far.
Yeah.
New York, though, no. Bus tour, man. That's the way to go.
Yeah, like you put me onto that bus tour.
Yeah.
And I pitched because my wife had said she wants to go to New York City. It's on her bucket list. And she
Same.
also wants to take our younger son there.
Do it.
To NYC.
Yeah.
And because his buddy goes all the time, apparently.
Yeah. Now, you have not booked, though.
I have not booked yet. So I looked it up, the one that you had mentioned or whatever, the bus tours.
I don't
looked
even want to
into them.
say it because if there's only a few spots left, I don't want them taken.
Yeah, we won't say it. Are we even saying
We'll
too
just
much?
call it something else. We'll call it
Are we even saying too much? Bus tour?
the Canada Mountain Bus Tours. How about that?
All right. So look up
I did
Canada.
the Canada Mountain Bus Tour in 1998 to New York City.
Okay,
told
I
you
think
that.
that's what you
Just me and the
mentioned,
wife. Yeah.
So I looked up Canada Mountain Bus Tour,
Yeah.
and you know what? For 4 people, so
At the Hazel Schneen Mall.
Hazel Schneen Mall,
Yeah.
4 people, it was $2,400.
Perfect. And
All in,
did you know
except
taxes
for food.
included? Yeah.
Taxes included, except
Yeah.
for food.
Exactly.
And I'm not sure but maybe the breakfast
Who
is
would the
included.
4th be?
My daughter.
Oh, she's going as well. Well, you just said earlier your wife wanted to bring your youngest son.
Yeah, but we bring our daughter.
Well, you never mentioned that at all.
Sorry,
Okay,
I apologize.
okay.
Yeah.
We're booking for 4 as well. But if my daughter can't come, I said DDT would come with us. No problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or I'll send my son with you.
Yeah, I'd probably take Lucas over you. That'd be more manageable.
Probably.
Probably eats
He's-
less.
He does. He's no trouble, really.
No trouble, eh?
No, he's a
Okay.
good kid. Good kid.
So you didn't book. You're not.
I haven't
gonna
booked
book.
yet because originally I was thinking
I don't want this
May
tax
long
story
weekend.
to take us forever.
No. May long weekend.
Okay.
And then talked to my wife about it, and she's like, well, so we're thinking end of June. They have a weekend. Well, they go, I think, every weekend, or a lot of the weekends.
And you won't go Easter because you go to the Big Nickel.
Go
for
to the Big
Easter.
Nickel up to...
Because we're looking at Easter.
Yeah.
Now, the problem was we went right over there yesterday to the mall to inquire and book.
Hazelschneen? What is it?
Yeah, Hazel Schneen Mall.
Hazelschneen?
And guess what?
What's that?
Closed.
Oh,
What kind of travel agencies closed on the weekend?
that's weird.
Closed. Yeah.
Interesting.
Called. I tore a strip off them. No, I didn't. Called, left a message. Said,
You
"Hey."
gave them a poor review so that nobody
No.
books them.
But it was
So
funny.
You get your
You
spot.
talk about disillusioned messages. I called them yesterday. I know they're closed.
Yeah.
Welcome to blank, blank, blank tours.
Canada Mountain.
Due to extreme call volume, we are
Uh-oh.
not able to answer your call right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, extreme call volume on a
Yeah.
Saturday and they're closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please leave us
40
one,
minutes.
only one clear, needs to be clear, message about your call, and we will call you back. Deet. Oh, hi. Duff here.
I have my headphones
Yeah.
on, Dov. That
Oh, sorry. That
blew
was
out my
loud.
ear.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duff here. Looking, went over. Surprised you guys weren't open today. No problem. I just wondering if there's any room left on the
passive aggressive
on the
little shot
NYC tour. Yeah, on
Yeah.
the NYC tour over Easter.
there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you leave your phone number?
Yeah, I don't want to say that right now, though.
Oh, okay.
We don't
I'm
need
just saying.
all the Podbeanskis
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, all joking aside, amazing looking little plan. I
Yeah,
think our whole family's
sure,
in on
man.
it.
Yeah.
It hits right around my son's birthday, and yeah, with 4 days off of work for Easter, it would work for me as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's the plan. But I sadly don't hold out a lot of hope that there's availability.
Well, I don't know.
Like I would imagine it'd be sold out at this point. No?
It's hard to say.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what confuses the heck out of me is when we broached this topic about a month ago,
Yeah.
that was not an option that date. I don't think there's no way it was.
No,
an
I
option.
don't remember seeing it on there either.
No, so it's
So they
like
must have added it.
recently they've added dates. Yeah, so
exactly.
maybe if they've just added it, then there's
Now
a chance.
Now you have to book it like pretty much right away, I think.
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah.
think if there's 4 spots, we're taking it.
Yeah.
Because it's a great deal. I don't want to drive.
Yeah.
I love the guided tour option.
Yeah, so it's good because
Yeah.
you get everything included, like hotel,
Yeah.
transportation,
Guided tour. That's
free
about it.
day,
Oh, free day. Yeah.
and they drop you off
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's important.
and bring you back
Yeah.
to the hotel of those days.
No, I think it's gold. Yeah. So like I said, that's one of our upcoming possibilities. In the summer, who knows?
I got to talk to my wife. I mean, I got to say money matters.
Money does matter
Yeah.
somewhat. Yeah.
I'm hoping the dollar goes down lower so then I can
Oh,
re-exchange my USD
You
into
can't though.
CAD.
That money's already spent. That's for year 4
Not
tuition.
really. I put a little bit too much in there,
Oh,
so I can afford to transfer some back.
a little kitty, a little travel fund almost.
A little travel fund, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're hoping the dollar tanks.
I'm hoping against hope that it tanks.
Wouldn't
You
you
know?
want it to go higher?
No, if
'Cause
it
then
goes
all
lower,
the other money you have would be worth more rather than the little bit you put in there.
well, no, because if the Canadian dollar goes lower,
Yeah.
that means I can retransfer the money back into the Canadian dollar and get more.
As we used to say, this show is strictly for entertainment purposes only, and any investment advice should be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm basically playing the forex,
You're hedging your bets.
foreign exchange.
Yeah. Good luck with that, DDT.
Yeah, thanks.
Italy.
Italy.
Would you go back? Obviously you would, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, for sure.
Would you go back and focus on just the northern part at all?
Well, no, the plan is,
Yeah.
I think, I told the reason why we're going to Sudbury actually is because my wife's cousin who we saw last summer. And
Yeah.
they're
They're visiting.
They're visiting. So
Okay.
that's why.
Okay.
But we are thinking in a few years' time
Yes.
that maybe we'll go and
Purchase a dwelling.
well, maybe not purchase it. I thought we'd probably stay at my wife's mom's place, see how we like it.
What if all those extended cousins are squatting in there, though? Living there?
No,
You
I
can't
don't
just
think
kick
that would
them
happen.
out.
I don't think that's gonna
No,
happen.
you don't think. Stranger
Well,
things have happened.
I know, but I think that we'll go there, see what it's like, and then I can talk.
You've
to,
seen this place before already.
Well, we stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nobody was there when you got there?
Well, there was.
So you had to kick them out?
Well, I would have been kicking my mother-in-law out. It's her place.
No, but she
No, there was
lives in
nobody.
Sudbury
No, she was there last summer.
when you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's in Sudbury now.
Yeah, but nobody lives there.
Well, this is
otherwise.
what I'm asking.
I know,
just
but
to
nobody,
be safe.
nobody
Okay.
lives there.
Okay.
No, nobody is squatting there.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I could see that happening.
I could see that happening too, but nobody is.
Especially because they know you guys are way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone could be renting that out as an Airbnb as we speak. You guys should be
It's
doing
very
that.
possible, I
That's
guess.
what you should be doing.
Yeah, I don't think it's Airbnb.
Money saving, money making hack right there.
I don't think it's Airbnb worthy. Let's put it
You'd
that
be
way.
surprised. So what if it's rustic, right? That's nice. That's authentic.
Well, if you just want a
Tuscan
couple of
kitchen.
couple of bedrooms, apparently. So, my wife's uncle went there in the fall, I think.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Anyway, apparently he renovated the bathroom for
Oh,
them.
lovely.
Yeah.
Dude, you would not believe the properties that I seem to be getting now. I'll get more later today because Big Brother's listening in on this entire conversation.
Yeah, the algorithm.
And it hears us talking about real estate in Italy, real estate in Italy, and the condos, the apartments. The one thing that's common is, they're not in big popular areas,
No.
but they're in beautiful small mountain towns, which
Yeah.
is exactly what I would love.
Yeah.
And this last one I saw, €66,000 for this little house
Yeah.
in the mountains.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't look like it needs any renovations.
Where would that be?
I don't know.
In the north or
I
south?
have no idea.
I noticed the north is a little bit more expensive than
Yeah.
the south. You want a good
think-
deal, go south.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I would be more into, and this loops us back to travel destinations. Like, there is a chance the Duffs will once again frequent Europe this summer. And the kind of the area I'd love to see anyways is the Alps.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see Switzerland, France, and Northern Italy in one little trip.
Mm-hmm.
I showed my family the Venice of France. Heavens, if we had a fact checker here again to find that for us. What a beautiful little mountain town.
Yeah.
I think it's Assage or something. Doesn't even sound French.
I could look it up.
Yeah, whatever. It's the
Yeah.
Venice. Podbeansky listener, look it up. If you want to see a picturesque little town.
Do your own work there.
Picturesque little
Podbeansky.
town. Just Google the Venice of France, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I could easily see us having that as a little, as a home base to travel from, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like on a map, I mean, if you had a car, it looked like it was only a couple hours
Yeah.
to the other countries.
well,
as
now
well.
you were saying too, like your family's not big on heat, right?
Heat?
Like at the hot weather.
No. They think they are. Like,
Like,
I
if
can't.
you're going to Portugal,
Because Plan A
Spain-
was Portugal.
Yeah,
I just don't think Portugal in August is going to be comfortable.
If you're going to Portugal, Spain,
Yeah.
you're looking at 40-degree weather.
I know. Yeah. I mean, we've done Vegas in the summer a
Yeah,
few times.
yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind that kind of heat, which I'm imagining is similar to Portugal and Spain. Whereas Florida,
Yeah.
I've been to Florida when it's 33
It's
degrees
humid,
and
right?
it's
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I don't think it
It's
would
more
be like.
humid.
Yeah.
What a puppy.
So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it depends what people's goals really are. Because I can do my outdoor stuff in 40, but I don't see us walking, town to town and stuff like that I want to do
Yeah.
in 40 degrees. But in
Yeah.
a nice mountain town in Italy or France when it's 25, man,
Yeah.
that would be epic.
for sure.
So anyways, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, walking around when we did last summer,
Yeah.
Florence, 40 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also I'm good at, up early, do stuff till 10, 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
think,
almost
I think
the way
there's
you
a
had it.
name
We've
for
done
it.
that.
I think it's called a siesta.
Siesta.
I could do that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we sort of did that as
Yeah.
well. Like we would get up, we would go do a couple things, and then we're
Mhm.
like, well, let's go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Because it's hot in the afternoon, and
Yeah.
come back around 4 o'clock or
Perfect. Like, I could see us doing that.
whatever. Yeah.
And then it extends your day. You can do lots of neat stuff into the night, eh?
Well, that's it if you wanted to, for sure. Yeah. Why are you shaking, dog? Look, you're looking at Duff, and you're
I
shaking.
thought you were going to say, why are you shaking, Duff?
Why are you shaking, Duff? He's looking at you, and he's like afraid of you. Apparently, he was afraid of my wife yesterday.
What?
Yeah, because she gave him a bit of. She was yelling at him. Poor
I've got
guy.
my
He's like
pick.
95 years old and
Oh,
gets yelled at because he's
95 and dog
a little
years.
incontinent.
Poor little guy. Well, you know what's coming your way, DDT, as well.
Yeah.
If this is how we treat our beloved pets.
Yeah, I know.
Duff's pick of the week, folks,
Okay, here we go.
is called Mo.
Mo.
Mo is a Netflix series.
As an MOE?
M.O.
Okay, just MO.
Short for Muhammad.
Mohammed.
Mo Najjar straddles the line between two cultures, 3 languages, and a ton of foolishness as a Palestinian refugee constantly living one step away from asylum on the path to U.S. citizenship. This show is set in Texas, in Houston, Texas. Kid's been there his whole life. Okay,
Right.
his family emigrated from, Palestine.
Palestine.
Through Kuwait, it's not really the story that it's
Right.
him being here. Now he's an adult. He's got an autistic brother who's an adult as well.
Right.
The mom refuses to accept it. The dad passed away before they came.
Sadly.
So the whole story is about them trying to get their U.S. papers, even though
Right.
they've been living there for years now.
Right.
And it's modern, so they talk about ICE and the sweeps and
Yeah, yeah.
this
yeah.
and that.
Okay.
And Mo is a real neat guy. I'm not going to... Well, I'll share the funniest part of it all
Okay.
to me. It's a humor. It's all humor.
It's comedy.
It's humor, but there's a dark side too. and
Is it
it's
like
touching parts?
Is it like Cop Car Coffee podcast
It's probably a little bit better.
with the humor?
A little bit better in all
It's
ways.
like Seinfeld with the humor.
Yeah, with humor in all ways,
Right.
and actually planned and everything. It's great.
Right.
This guy, I can't remember exactly how it happens, but somehow, and a lot of people will look at him and you'd think he's Spanish or Hispanic or Mexican.
Right,
But he's
yeah.
Palestinian.
Yeah.
So that line is used a lot, how he's
Right.
confused and looks Mexican.
Yeah.
The guy can speak Spanish
Oh, okay.
and English and Palestinian, or
Arabic.
Palestinian.
Yeah,
Arabic.
Palestinian.
Great. Anyways, great actor, this guy.
Yeah.
He somehow gets in a vehicle. I forget where they're going. Oh, yeah. He's tracking olives. His family's a big olive farmers back home, but and
Okay.
over here they're trying to get into the olive business. So he
Right.
actually lands a job on this farm, and the farmer's like frustrated because people keep stealing the trees.
Oh.
So he puts tracking devices on the trees and gets in a vehicle with them to see where they're going.
Yeah.
Guess where they're going?
Where?
Mexico.
Ah.
The friggin' guy ends up in Mexico. He can't get back into the States.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then his whole asylum case or whatever falls apart.
Oh,
The poor guy's back to ground zero, and they treat him like a Mexican.
Oh, no.
Basically. Anyways, super funny. Short episodes, like 20-minute episodes.
Oh,
so
that's bad. I love
after
that.
you bang a couple off, you'll know
Yeah.
if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So that's Duff's recommendation
Excellent.
for the week.
M.O.
Duff's pick of the week is Mo. M.O.
M.O.
on the Netflix.
machine. You know what I've liked doing recently?
Other than watching Netflix, what?
No, watching Netflix, but watching like
The
little.
Sens
No, they're not on Netflix. Watching little.
I said the Sens win, just in general.
I like watching that
Okay.
too. Yeah. Little documentary series,
Yes.
like 3 episodes,
Yep.
whatever.
Like the real crime, true
The
crime
true
stuff?
crime stuff,
Same.
yeah.
I'm hooked on them.
Because I've got nothing else to watch. It's like, well, I'm gonna look up one.
I
of
bet
these.
you I've
Yeah.
seen some of these. Can you think of
I
any
can't even
specific?
remember lately. The case of Gabby Petito.
Don't know that one.
That's the one where she and her, I guess, fiance.
Yeah.
They buy this. They're from Florida, I believe.
Okay.
They buy this van. She's originally from Long Island, New York,
Okay.
and he's from Florida. His family lives in Florida.
Hmm.
They buy this this van, which they go across country with, and they start this video blog on like van life, basically.
This sounds very, very familiar.
Yeah. Well, he
yeah.
ends up killing her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, that sounds familiar because I know the story. I didn't
Yeah.
see the series.
Yeah,
That-
it was
that would be
very
good.
it was very
it's
publicized
freaky, eh?
back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Well, the couple I've seen, I don't know the titles at all, but one of them's Canadian, and this woman.
What Jennifer did?
Well, it's set in BC, and
Oh, okay. No, this
basically
one's
the
in Toronto.
husband kills her, drowns her,
Yeah.
throws her off a boat.
Yeah.
But then the whole show is then goes way. It's neat how they present it. Then it
Yeah.
goes way back in time,
Yeah.
follows right through. Everything's hunky dory, happy love story, and then it just starts to get dark.
Mm.
And then it's like, oh, I can't believe she didn't notice it. And it's like,
Mm.
oh, then the poor kid's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
jeez.
there's a few good series.
Well,
like
the other
that.
one, the other one
Yeah.
that I mentioned, that I
Yeah.
thought, what Jennifer did.
Yeah,
So that's Canadian. It's about this
Okay.
young woman, the Asian woman,
yeah,
Asian family, and I think it's in Toronto or GTA, Toronto area, and she calls the cops one night, panicking, freaking out, saying that somebody broke into their house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're rolling up the rim. Oh,
I'm not trying to distract you. Sorry, I
Yeah.
just wanted to hear the blink go. See if you knew what it
oh
was.
yeah.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
No, it doesn't even make a noise.
Do you have your
Sorry, I'll
sound
do
on?
the other one. That's one lost.
You even have your sound on?
Winner.
What'd you win?
A donut.
Chicken dinner. Winner,
Woohoo.
chicken donut. Well, that goes with your 2 coffees.
I got 2 coffees and a donut, folks. It is true. You can win. I just rolled up a donut.
There you go.
back. To the story.
Imagine if you had won the
DDT.
vehicle or something
Wouldn't
right
that have
here
been
on air.
sick? Wouldn't that have been
What
something?
here on air? Right here on air.
Then
Huh?
we could have shared that with Tim Hortons. They would have used it. We would have got popular.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine that.
Maybe we should share that with Tim Hortons that you won a donut while we're doing
that
a
could
podcast.
work too. Live on air. I want the van. I want the Volkswagen van. Oh, a tracker. I didn't know
Oh.
that was a prize.
Okay.
Apparently, here are the big prizes. These Volkswagen electric vans,
Okay.
side by side, like four-wheeler
Nice.
tracker type things.
Yeah.
A week-long vacation from selloffvacations.com
Nice promo there.
and Rakuten Cash.
Rakuten.
What's that?
It's some
$1,000.
website where you sell stuff.
That sounds fishy.
Yeah.
Anyways, DDT. Tell us about Jennifer.
Oh yeah. So she calls the cops in this whole panic thing. Right?
Yeah.
People broke into my house,
Oh,
killed my parents or whatever.
yeah.
Or no, the mom. Just the mom actually ended up passing away, unfortunately.
Oh.
And well, I don't want to spoil the ending.
Yeah, okay.
But
it's
really
catchy,
good. Yeah.
hooks you in.
Yeah. I think it's only one episode. I think it's only like an
it's
hour
just
and a half.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would we call that DDT's pick?
DDT's pick what Jennifer did
What Jennifer did on the Netflix as well.
machine. Yeah.
Now, totally nothing to do with the podcast or the
Mm.
list, but did you end up finding soccer cleats anywhere yesterday?
Yes, we did.
No way. Okay, where?
Yeah. At Sport Check.
You got them at Sport Check.
Yeah.
Okay, discounted. Happened to fit.
No, these weren't on sale,
Okay,
but
they
they
were the
were
real
like
Nice shoes?
$90.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outdoor cleats, $90.
Yeah.
Okay.
For my
okay.
daughter, yeah.
That might be worth a look.
Yeah, they had a couple on clearance there that you
Okay.
might look into. Like, you know what?
You're going to have to get your old Maradonas out for me. You
Oh yeah,
said I
they're
could
here.
try
You
them
could
on.
try them on
Yeah,
before you
okay.
leave.
Okay.
Yeah, like you know, I don't want to spend too much money because I don't know how long she's going to play,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like she's joining the PSC, looks like
I think that's great.
varsity soccer
Yeah,
team.
Playing a dual sport athlete all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Going into her senior year.
exactly. And it's not official she'll be on the team, but I think
I hope she gets on the team,
Might be.
and that's another excuse to get down there. Wouldn't that be fun to watch a game? You'd have to go watch at least a game.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Outdoor
Yeah,
game.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so she wanted to buy some new cleats because she didn't have any,
Yeah.
and a new ankle brace because she has a bit of
Ooh.
a bum ankle, a little bit.
What does that look like?
The ankle brace,
Yeah.
friggin' expensive.
Does it go under
55
the foot as well? Like locks right in?
Yeah, we had.
I asked because my
Yeah.
son had a bit of an ankle injury at our game, the Friday night game I was telling you about. We both played in.
Yeah, so we had.
Poor kid rolled his ankle. And I'm like,
Oh,
is this
shoot.
going to be a common thing? Like, yeah.
Well, we so she hurt her ankle playing like competitive soccer a few
Yeah.
years ago, right?
Okay.
Before. Anyway, the ankle brace, it goes obviously around your ankle, but it
Yeah.
has all these straps. You can buy one that laces up as well.
Yeah, it must snug it in. It reinforces
Reinforces
the ankle.
it supports the ankle a bit, but we couldn't figure out how it went on the
Yeah.
Velcro one
Yeah.
until
Okay.
it took us like 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, that was that simple.
Well, I'm gonna look into this. I love the fact my son's into the game too. It only took 17 years, and all of a sudden the kid's a friggin' soccer phenom and
Well,
loves
there you
it.
go.
So
Perfect.
it's very exciting. And like I told you, it got me back into the game.
Yes,
And
I
to the
know.
point where the freaking organizer of this thing
I know. Offered you a
he's
spot.
trying to recruit me
He's
onto
doing-
his team,
Exactly.
and I'm having a tough time saying no. I'll be
Well,
honest.
I don't blame you.
The problem is it's Friday night soccer, but he had a good point.
Well, they play in the OCSL.
The OCSL Division
Yeah.
8,
There
D8.
you go, D8.
But he comes up to me and he goes, "Well, what else do you do on a Friday night, Duff?" And I'm like, "Good point, JP.
You
Good
told
point."
me what you did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you're
Tell
right.
us what you did. What you do on a Friday
My
night.
usual Friday night.
Yeah,
Home from work.
yeah.
Go for a bike ride.
Yep.
Have a beer.
Yep.
Chill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He has a good point.
It's a nice Friday night, and I suppose all that's done by 6 o'clock, right? And soccer
that's
starts after that.
6:30. Yeah. Usual start time is
Yeah.
6:30. Yeah.
The funny thing was this, and I
You
met
know
some.
what you could do
what?
is ride your bike to the
To
soccer.
the soccer.
Yeah, I
and
had a
keep
guy
the
that-
beer for after.
They have beers after.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. They
Now
always
one
have
of-
beer.
Now one of the other guys, and he was like, about 10 minutes in, we're all huffing and puffing a bit, and
Yeah.
he looks at me, goes, "Yeah, too much kung pao. I'm like, yeah, too much biryani rice. Like we both had these spicy
Before you played?
before.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know what I
crazy.
was thinking.
No.
But I had it long enough before I think I'd be fine. But then it kind of hit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. My wife is very cool about it too. She doesn't care.
I used to not eat before going to play because you don't want anything.
No, I think
weighing
what
you
I'll
down.
do,
Yeah.
like I think I ate almost 2 hours before. I'm going to eat 3 hours. Like
Yeah.
I still need to eat.
Load up on the carbs.
Yeah, but 3 hours
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Like
for
I'll come home from work, I'll eat, and then
Yeah.
if I mean I'm obviously leaning towards it now. It's
Well, we talked about you sparing as well.
yeah, I got to talk to the manager
Yeah.
and see again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was nice though. It was like halfway through, he's like introduces me to this other guy. He's like, "We've been talking. We've been watching you play. We've been talking, and we'd like to offer you a spot on the team."
Don't sign anything yet.
I'm
though.
not, but I
Let
thought
me-
it was
Let me look at your
it
contract.
was very
first.
special. It was like, we'd like to offer you a spot on the team, and then the manager went in to sell me all the perks. You know, you get a jersey, and it's the games are here, and that.
Where are the games? What's their home field?
Our home field. I shouldn't say our. It's like I'm on the team
You're not
already.
yet on it.
The team, they're called the Bears, actually.
Oh, I know the Bears. Yeah.
You know that name?
Of course.
That's the club, the
Yeah,
Bears.
Yeah, I know the Bears.
You've heard of the Bears?
The Bears. Yeah,
The
I know
Bears,
the Bears.
okay.
Yeah.
The Bears' home pitch, I think, is in Linwood, is in Bell's Corners.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is nice, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because back when I played like 25 years ago,
Yeah.
I think I friggin' played on that home. That was our home
Okay,
field.
Okay.
But I think I just randomly joined a team. I don't even
Yeah.
remember what it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, great group of guys. Couple women too, like co-ed team.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and
Nice.
the women were very good players as well.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have a dedicated goalie and a backup goalie, so
Oh, there you go.
can't ask for
Half
more.
the battle
hey?
right there.
Division 8, like
Yeah,
come on.
It's just for fun.
Yeah, totally just for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see if I can get you on for next year.
Oh God, no.
No?
No, I'm
How about a spare?
done.
Why you done? You can't say
I'm
you're done,
I'm
man.
done.
Really? You don't
Yeah.
think you'd ever play another game of soccer?
Not in the shape that I'm in right now. No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
no.
you would get on that.
I would
right?
just stand there. I wouldn't be any good to the team.
Oh God. So I
You know
got
what I mean?
I got the Sirius satellite radio after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice
'Cause I'm
transition.
a bit of a cheap bugger at times, for sure.
I
right?
know.
Money matters.
Yeah.
But with the new
I like the way you do things, though.
how's
You know
that?
what I mean?
And
Like when you
thoughtfully analyze, painstakingly.
Well, that
Oh.
plus you sign up for the discounted price for
Yeah.
30 days,
Yeah.
and then
Well, sorry, it's a year, dude. It's
I know
a
this
year.
one is a lot different.
Yeah,
than
it's a
usual.
year.
though. Yeah. Yeah.
So in my mind, I was so backstory here. The
Yeah.
Podbeanskis don't even know what we're talking about. Probably Sirius
Well,
satellite
they listen
radio
to us
is
enough.
Sirius satellite radio, right? Oh,
Yeah.
they would know
Yeah.
because you got it for your lithium and all that.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. Aussie's boneyard.
Aussies, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love it. I love the selection, and with the new vehicle, with the new display, it's freaking futuristic, man.
Yeah.
Like you get like you pop it up Sirius. It's
Yeah.
like the last time I had Sirius. Well, I guess I had some sort of free version with the last vehicle, but the one before that, anyways, it wasn't a big fancy display, and I had a little thing that clicked in and
Oh, okay.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is friggin' space age, man.
Yeah.
You got 400 channels of music and news
know.
and sport. So driving around the other day, I'm like, oh, I wonder if the Jays are on. I hit live sports,
Yep.
baseball, every spring training game.
Yep.
Boom, there's the Jays.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Like, even though I tend not to listen to a ton of sports which
Because
is
we
weird.
can't get Jays here anymore, right? Because
You can now on Sirius.
well,
oh
I'm-
no, but Rogers ain't carrying any local Jays. That sucks, eh?
I don't know since that.
No, you're right. You're right. Because once
1310.
and then CKBY Smith Falls used to carry it a bit.
Well, they might because
know what?
they're the country station.
Yeah,
they
but
might
you're
carry
right.
it, but
you
I
know
can't
what
remember.
I hated? You know what's even worse than not carrying them at all?
What's that?
Is carrying 1 or 2 games a
Oh,
week. That's
yeah.
the. So I think they would do a weekend game.
Yeah.
It's so pointless.
Yeah.
But anyways, you can get it. My stations are like the team and all that on the
Yeah,
app. You can get it. Maybe that's why Ottawa people will
it's
just pick
possible.
it up elsewhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Sirius. It's not the sports and it's not even the music. It's the friggin' news selection, man. Like I'm so sick of listening to whiny Canadian news where we're fixated on USA issues.
Ugh.
Like, it's not even enjoyable.
I know.
Whether or not you are upset about it or in favor of it or
Yeah.
left or right
Yeah.
or this or that, you turn on the CBC or CFRA,
Yeah.
and that's it. Those are our two news sources on the radio in Ottawa, city of a million people, capital of a G7 country. 2
I know.
radio stations.
I know.
All you get is negativity,
Yeah.
whining, divisiveness. It's not cool.
Yeah.
So on Sirius, you got great selection
Yeah.
of news and talk and fun stuff.
Yeah. I used to.
Like, it's great.
So I scaled back my thing because once your thing is up, well, that's
I hope
a year.
I can scale back to a cheaper price.
Well, you can,
Okay.
but you don't get it all
That's
the
fine.
stations.
Well, that's because
right?
the funny thing, out of 400 stations, I probably listen to 5.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's what I do. So I scaled back to the music. So I've got just some of the music channels, but
And what's that cost you a month?
I think it's like $18. But it's
Frank.
like it's quite a few music channels. But I listen to
You do use it.
main
And like we were
ones.
saying earlier, the app is incredible.
Yeah, the app's good.
So you can listen to it everywhere all the time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the subscription. I don't think it doesn't. The subscription on the app doesn't matter. The subscription is just for your vehicle. I think that you can only listen to.
But the subscription allows you to get the app.
Yes, exactly.
Because without the subscription, you can't have the app.
No,
And
exactly.
listen for free.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm super happy with it.
yeah.
I love how they give you this offer at $5 a month. Here's a hack I didn't tell you about with my
Okay.
budgeting.
Yeah.
Anything less than $5, I don't count at all.
All right.
So when I'm tracking all my expenses
Yeah.
to up to my 400, which I'm allowed per month
Right.
to stay on track.
Right.
Today I got you coffees. I had to load up $5 on my Tim's app. Don't count it.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't count.
Okay.
Money doesn't matter.
Okay.
So fortunately, the Sirius satellite radio falls below $5.
What happens when it falls above $20?
Yeah, I have to count it.
Yeah,
it goes
yeah.
towards my $400 spending
there you
limit
go.
per month.
$20 a month.
For
me, it's worth
so
it.
when it hits that, I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of radio anymore, like just
Yeah.
local radio anymore.
Well, so that's why I think you might enjoy some of the talk on Sirius.
Well, one thing that I did like
Yeah.
were the comedy channels on
yeah,
Sirius.
lots of that.
The
too.
stand-up stuff.
Sure,
like
sure.
when I'm tired of listening to the
Yeah,
music,
you
when I
need
was
something
driving up to
laugh at.
Sudbury,
Yeah.
I would switch it to the comedy
Mm-hmm.
and just listen to that
Yeah.
for an hour.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have that anymore.
But I like the $5 option because I don't think I would have jumped at it for 20. I really don't. But 5,
No.
what they're doing is they're keeping me a listener. They're still getting $5.
Oh, they're hoping the hell like
and
you're
I
gonna
might
wanna
go
listen. Yeah.
after a year,
Exactly.
realize I can't live without it, and have to
Exactly.
go 20.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I'm hoping there'll be an option where even if it's just the app, like the funny thing is I don't need the instant satellite. Like I don't even need the satellite.
No,
feature
you
now.
could put it right through your app.
I can put it through the app.
The thing is,
because I
though,
have a
like-
decent amount of data on the phone.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. But the thing that I find,
Yeah,
well, for me anyway, driving up to Sudbury,
yeah.
there's some blackout spaces for internet,
Oh, I know.
for data,
Yeah,
right?
that's.
What are you doing there, Duff?
God, I
Making a
thought I
lot of
could
noise
twist-
there.
I don't have a great infrastructure here. I need to lean into my
You know,
research
it's,
here.
yeah.
So I need to bend the mic down there. That's perfect.
So you can raise it up just slightly, the mic.
To make it sound better?
Yeah.
Or just move a bit?
Yeah, right
Like
there.
that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. There's some blackout areas for data,
Yeah.
whereas there's really none for the satellite radio.
And that's what I like too.
Yeah.
And there's no, like when
There's
I
a
go
couple
to,
of times when the mountain gets in the way,
Yeah.
the hills, but
But when I do my little Lake Placid trips and such,
yeah, you'll
I-
lose data there, right?
yeah, like I like
Yeah.
it's seamless. It's
It's
seamless
seamless,
with
exactly.
the satellite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking up. One of our points today, DDT, was local. What do we call it? Local food adventures.
Mm.
Yeah. I got pushed my way, and I got to make sure I get the right one here. Oh, I remember what it is.
Mm.
I've been getting pushed a Turkish restaurant, if you can believe it.
I love
Okay.
Turkish restaurant.
I've never been to a Turkish restaurant.
I have.
Really? What's your favorite Turkish restaurant?
Little Turkish Village,
What?
if it's still around.
Really?
Yeah. It's in Orleans.
Okay. And what's the Like,
Or it was in
what's the
Orleans. I
fare?
don't know if it's
What's the fare? What's it
Turkish.
similar to?
Oh, it's very similar to like Lebanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one that was pushed to me. And I must say, at first glance, the website does not do it credit. But the reels I was getting on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
showed the Aga Turkish restaurant.
Yeah.
You've heard of this place?
I believe so. Yeah.
One Roydon Place, Ottawa.
Yeah.
So it's off Maryville near Costco. Incredible. Like that. Know what I like about it? They're like meat heavy. Meat heavy.
Like meat.
Like they had the rotisserie beef and chicken, and they were. I think of it more of a like a shawarma place almost, but I know that's not Turkish. But same style.
It is. Yeah.
And what they would bring out. Oh, here we go. If you Google it, Agha, A-G-H-A.
Mm-hmm.
They would bring out feasts of meat, shaved or kebab style, with salads and rice. Just huge platters that you would share, right?
Exactly.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
So
very much like Little Turkish Village.
yeah, okay.
I'll give you a funny
Let's
story,
hear it.
I think, about Little Turkish Village.
Okay.
So, the owner of Little Turkish Village
Yeah.
used to be the waiter at a little Chinese place.
At the little Chinese village.
At a little Chinese place in Blackburn Hamlet, where I grew up. And this place was a staple there for years. It's not there now.
Okay.
But it was like a little mom and pop, little,
Yeah.
Chinese place with a couple of Asian owners, of course. And Willie, the guy's name is Willie, the waiter. He was a really young guy at that time, but he was the funniest guy ever.
Yeah.
We would go there as 16, 17, and just eat and hang out.
Yeah.
And they really didn't card you.
Yeah. Especially
For alcohol,
if they
right?
knew you weren't trouble.
Right.
Okay.
But that's where all the buddies went and hung out, had egg rolls and what have
Love it.
you, and beer, and it was cheap beer.
We, just to relate, we had a similar. It was in Bell's Corners called Gau's.
Okay,
You
yeah.
remember
I know
Gau's
Yeah,
from
I
like
remember
25, 30 years ago?
Yeah, I remember Gau's.
Buffet.
Yeah.
We'd pile the chicken wings a meter high. The bones, after we'd consume them.
So, but they wouldn't card us, and the beer was
Yeah?
like $2.50. So we'd go
No
in there
kidding.
like 17 years old and buy 18 years old and buy beer
Yeah.
and some food. And Willie was the waiter.
Willie the
And I
waiter.
remember one time going in there,
Yeah.
meeting up with some friends, and I was kind of hungry, and I said,
Hey, Willie.
Willie, would you guys take some Canadian Tire money for a few egg rolls? So he goes,
No.
yeah. So he goes 1 minute, comes back out, goes, yeah, no problem. I guess he went and talked to the owners. They knew us by name there, right? That's how
Canadian Tire money for
Yeah.
egg rolls.
So I
That's
paid him in
classic.
Canadian Tire money
No
for the egg
kidding.
rolls. And then
Well, remember how cool it was when you get a $1 Canadian Tire money?
yeah.
Because it
You were
was
like,
all
wow,
fives and
yeah,
15s and 10s. Yeah.
Yeah. 15
Okay.
cents. But anyway,
Wow.
so we bought the egg rolls. A number of years later, okay, I'm with my then wife, now
Yeah.
ex-wife, okay, and go to Little Turkish Village for dinner. And who do we meet there?
Willie the waiter.
Willie the waiter.
Okay.
Except now he's Willie the owner,
No.
and he owns the Little Turkish Village
Okay.
in Orleans.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit, Willie.
Yeah.
Like, it's been like 20 years
Yeah.
or 15 years.
I'll
I
be
was
right
like-
back, Willie. I got to go get my Canadian Tire money.
Yeah, exactly. And I asked him that. Would you take him at Canadian Tire? And he's laughing, right? Because he remembered.
That's awesome.
And but here's another part of the story.
I think we're going to have to check out, rather than this Agha one that I've been fed, the personal recommendation for the
I don't know
Little
if
Turkish Village in Orleans.
I don't know if it's still there.
I got to
And I don't know if he's still the owner.
I got to look it up.
But
Okay.
so I go and I said, what do you mean? What are you doing with Turkish?
Little
And
Turkish
and he's like, I love Turkish food. So
Okay.
I decided to open this restaurant. And I'm like, okay.
Dude, 20,
So-
2095 St. Joseph's Boulevard.
So it's still there.
still there.
Yeah. And so that was with my then wife,
Yeah.
now ex-wife. So we go in and we had sit down, we eating, I introduce him, whatever. A few years later, after I'm divorced,
Yeah.
I bring my now wife, then probably girlfriend, to Little Turkish Village
Yeah.
because, I want to impress her, right?
Nice.
I know the owner.
Yeah.
And I walk in there,
Yeah.
and Willie looks at me,
Yeah.
and he's like, who the hell are you with now? Are you cheating on your wife?
Oh.
Because he didn't know,
He didn't
obviously.
know.
Yeah, so I had to.
Explain
I
the
went
whole
to
situation.
took him off to the side,
Oh,
said, "Hey,
jeez.
Willie, we
Yeah.
got divorced, and this is
Oh.
my new." And he's like, "Okay."
That's
I said, "Will you
classic.
take more Canadian Tire money because I'm broke after the divorce?"
Oh. That's great, DDT.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check out the.
If you go,
Little
like, tell him
Turkish Village.
DDT sent you.
I'll tell him DDT sent me.
Yeah, and if he's
And I'll
still
ask
the
him
owner,
if he
ask
takes
him
Canadian Tire money.
exactly.
Okay.
Well, if you ask if Willie's still the owner,
Damn, I don't even think you can get Canadian Tire money anymore.
no, I don't think he
Physically.
can actually.
Oh, what a system that was.
But he's a great guy. He was a great guy back then. Like
Okay.
when he was younger and
Okay, so there's a guest for the show.
Willie, yeah,
Wouldn't
we
you
should
make
have
a
Willie on.
good guest.
Yeah, he'd be hilarious.
Okay, we could do
Probably.
the show. Maybe we could do the show live from the
Yeah.
Little Turkish Village.
Yeah, exactly. I have to find out if he still owns it.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right.
I like Willie. What about the Sens?
What about?
I didn't
them?
even get to my rant about,
What about them?
pulling the bourbon off the shelves in the
Oh,
LCBO
we could do that
and
real
stuff.
quick. How do you feel, DDT, about the Buy Canadian strategies
I don't
being
like it.
pushed down everybody's throats?
I don't like it.
Not a fan, eh?
No,
Why
not
is
a fan.
that?
Well, I mean, I think it's like, first of all, you're dictating what people can and can't buy.
Yeah.
Right?
Back off.
By the government. Yeah,
Back
the
off,
government's
government.
dictating what you can and can't buy.
Because
all
we
for
can
some-
always buy whatever the hell we want. Nobody's ever forced me to buy anything, right?
Exactly.
Whether or not the government's telling us something.
Exactly. Like
Okay,
if I want to be on Team Canada,
Yeah.
then I just won't buy it.
Yeah.
I'll make that decision.
Yeah.
Right? So don't take it off the shelves and
Yeah.
say that I can't buy it, especially when it's already paid for too. They've
Yeah,
already
that's
paid
true.
for all
eh?
that alcohol.
Yeah, maybe just don't buy anymore, eh?
Yeah, and then all like what the stores are doing, if they want to say this is a Canadian product,
Yeah.
then fine, and you don't have to buy it if you don't want to.
No, I tend to agree with you. As crazy as that sounds, it's there's not a lot of. It's very strange. It's all very.
Well,
very
it's all
strange
it's all to me it's all childish.
I think people
very
need
childish.
to feel they've got some control, some say in something, which they clearly don't. But they need to feel some sort of
guess.
power, and some small action can make them feel better. Ooh, I'm
I
not going to
suppose.
buy bourbon. I'm going to buy whiskey. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna buy Canadian.
which again is a
seems
choice
very
they would
childish.
have normally
Well, exactly.
without having it forced upon them. eh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
now it's forced upon you that you have to buy Canadian whiskey instead of American bourbon. It's
Well,
like
it's strange.
it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like let people decide. If you're
Yeah.
pissed off at
Yeah, and people can decide with
and
their
stuff.
travel budgets too, right? You
Yeah.
can go to the.
If
you
you
can
don't wanna
go
go
to
to the States,
Florida, you
don't.
can go to Mexico, or you can
exactly.
go to Quebec.
But don't pull it off the shelf or block it off and,
Yeah.
and so
No,
that people
it's-
can't buy it.
Okay.
I think it's a bit childish. I think up here we're throwing a bit of a tantrum.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you're gonna put tariffs on us, then we're gonna put tariffs on
Well,
you.
then what I
and
find,
we're gonna pull the
this is
alcohol off the
I
shelves.
told you I really don't want to go deep into this at all because it's
No.
a joke.
Yeah.
But it is constantly on the news here.
Yes.
Every angle, constantly.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. You know how much it's on in the States?
0.
Next to zero.
Exactly.
Like, this is what I chuckle at.
Yeah.
With the Sirius satellite radio, yeah, I'm listening to a lot of American feeds,
Yeah.
a lot of news, a lot of culture. It doesn't like I'm talking at all.
Yeah.
Like, one positive that came up, but it wasn't even on that. It was on Facebook or something. Which is what Canadians need to be reminded of. Not everyone's the damn enemy down there.
Yeah, I know.
The governor of Colorado had a wonderful
Yeah.
little speech. Did you see that?
No.
Canadian Friendship Day officially declares it. The
Yeah.
governor of Colorado made a couple of good jokes about how if it wasn't for Canada, our Avalanche team would suck. If it wasn't for Canada, like pancakes would suck because
Yeah.
we need that Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he had a few nice little shout outs
Yeah.
and like that's what it's all about. Like
Yeah,
it's not one man destroying everything here.
Well,
and
I
let's
mean,
not overreact and let's not
it's-
fixate and go why. I told you earlier, the whininess of it all is what
yeah.
gets me.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
exactly
wow,
it.
wow,
Exactly
wow.
it.
And judgmental stuff. and
Exactly. That's
people
totally it.
like people on other people because they're traveling to Florida or they're buying nuts from Costco from the States, or I told you about the strawberries. Like, give me a break.
Man, it's like
This
I said,
cart of straw, I don't even believe it. I think it was just for a video,
right.
right? The crate of strawberries at a superstore,
Yeah.
$1.99 going unsold because they were from the States. I'd
I
buy
would-
the whole friggin' cart.
Exactly. I was just gonna say,
Like,
exactly.
it's food, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we live in a bubble and people are getting pretty silly.
Well,
over
the thing
things.
is, like, our identity for so long in Canada is
Yeah.
that we're not American,
Yeah, it's the
right? We're not
stupidest.
Americans, so we have
Weird,
our
right?
Canadian identity. It's
Yeah,
like
that's an inferiority complex
it
that
is.
should
It
not
is. It is.
exist.
Totally is. Like,
Like
why
we
is
can,
that?
like
who
you
cares?
and me, like we're proud Canadians, like 100%.
I'm beginning to lose that.
Well, I am. I'm
Yeah.
a proud Canadian. I
Okay.
won't speak for you.
Yeah.
And we live in a global world.
Exactly.
And as Jacques Villeneuve once said, we got to look further than the tip of our nose.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. Well, then there's
he went on, just background there. Jacques
Did he?
Villeneuve was a huge supporter of Canada when
Yeah.
Quebec was going nuts
yeah.
about being their own country and English has to go, and he stepped up and said, "You're ridiculous."
Yeah.
Quebec's a small nation within a nation in an enormous world, and
Yeah.
don't shut it off.
No, exactly.
Here we are going on like we gotta. Anyways,
Well, there's a couple things. Like,
you got me going.
yeah, sorry. One of the things is what I find kind of funny is, like, I've seen posts where people say, "Well, we'll just cancel all trade with
Yeah.
the U.S."
Yeah.
What? Like 70%, I think, of trade
Yeah.
from Canada. Their
Let me
biggest
guess, all
goes down
these-
to the States.
All these Facebookers with their economics
Xers.
degrees and master's degrees in international trade and policy. Yeah. Because they've watched a couple idiots on Facebook. They are now
Yeah.
the experts of everything.
Or they say, "Well, we'll join up with the EU
Yeah,
rather
just
than
like that.
America."
Boom.
It's
Boom.
like, why wouldn't you want to become
Unreal.
part of the U.S. where the U.S. dollar is like
Yeah.
the world currency,
I don't get it.
and if you went to par, like, things would be cheaper and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I'm not saying become the 51st state or joining the U.S. What I'm
Union.
saying is some
Yeah.
type of economic union.
Yeah, that's a neat example right there.
Yeah,
Like if they want a union,
yeah. But people are
Like,
saying go to
what's the obvious one? Yeah.
well, join the EU. Why
Yeah.
would we do that? That
No,
just
it's-
make no sense. It's just because we're not Americans,
No,
which is our
too
identity.
much of it makes no sense, and
Yeah.
I think cooler heads prevail. And I
Stupid.
think the less people, the less time people spend on social media or listening to Canadian news, the better off they will be. The better off we will
I
all
think
be.
so. Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
we cannot change any of that
No,
stuff.
No.
Like in general.
Well,
We'll
then
see.
China slaps 100%
Ah,
tariffs
what a
on like
game. Whatever.
on these seed oils and stuff coming from
it's-
Canada, and nobody says tickety
Yeah,
boo.
why don't
about
we like?
that.
There's
Nobody says tickety boo.
No, and that's a good point. If we're serious about establishing healthy trade, let's work with China. Like, if they're just doing it back to us for something, let's
Well, they're slapping the tariff on because we slapped 100%
yeah.
tariff
So
on.
let's figure that one out, because you talk about markets and that. Here we are. I know it's a far way away, but my God, there's 1 billion people over there. Let's sell our stuff there.
Well, there's so the
Like,
so
I
the
don't get
Canadian producers of
Yeah.
this of these products are
Yeah.
saying, holy crap, man! Like,
Yeah.
this is huge for us.
Yeah.
These tariffs.
No, it's ridiculous.
But none of the politicians are
Yeah.
talking about that
Yeah.
because Orange Man bad,
doesn't bleed.
and we got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Doesn't bleed, it doesn't,
Doesn't
lead.
lead.
Is that what you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it bleeds, it leads.
Bleeds, it leads. Yeah.
Yeah. So-
Anything other than the U.S. doesn't seem to
No.
make any
because it's
sense
almost
over
like
here.
Trump. If it was Biden doing this,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would care.
No.
But because it's Orange Man
Yeah.
Trump, that people just dislike this guy already.
yeah. Orange Man, is he NDP? What?
No, he's a Republican
Why you say orange?
because they call him Orange Man
Why, I wonder.
because of his red hair.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Orange Man
It's
bad
pretty white these days. I
these
think.
days. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it used to
DDT. I can't believe it, but we might have hit on everything except your DIY home projects, which maybe we could save.
We could say we didn't really talk about the Sens on a roll.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah,
We could talk about it right now. What a week. eh?
good week for the Sens.
Good week to be a Sens fan.
Topping it
Yeah.
off with a victory over the
A solid
hated Leafs.
victory.
And
Over
they've
a
got the
team-
Habs coming up.
You know what? I love the goal sequencing last night. Hey, if you
yes.
were to tell me like what's a fun way to watch your team win, you go down one, you catch up. You go down again, you catch up. Then you go ahead and you pull away.
Yeah.
Like what a great game.
Exactly.
Yeah. How about that goal, that weird goal, though, eh? So we won, what, 4-2?
4-2.
With one bizarre
Empty
goal.
net.
It's a 4-1. Well, so the real score, 3-1 maybe? If that weird...
bizarre goal.
Friggin' Omar comes out of the net.
Oh, that one.
Wasn't that a weird one? Yeah.
That was total miscommunication.
What a weird one.
I thought I think Omar
Yeah.
thought Shabbat was going to grab the puck
Yeah.
off him, and Shabbat skated
Yeah.
by.
You know what I love, though? If I had to get into the psychology, what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
Just the psychology, the mindset of the players, okay?
Yeah.
Olmark has finally been that goalie that has stolen them the odd game.
Yeah, for sure.
And made wicked saves,
Yeah,
right? Like that
yeah.
one I saw
the other night.
again.
the glove save.
The dive, yeah.
Yeah.
So the team has his back. I could have bet you dollars to donuts after that gaff,
Yeah.
that team was not going to let up.
Well,
Let's get one back.
If it
for
was the
Ullmark.
Sens of previous years,
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they fought back and tied that up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the score was when Zub flips it out of the rink.
Oh, 5 minutes left
Same
in the third
deal.
period.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no problem. I said, he is a gamer. He's a team guy. They are going to go to war for him.
Yeah.
And they killed it,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that's what I like. That felt like a playoff game.
But then there's 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Right.
oh,
Friggin' the Leafs have an
Ridley
empty.
Gregg.
Oh my
I'm
God.
glad you brought this
What
up.
is he doing?
What the hell is Ridley Gregg doing 3 times?
I know. The first time,
Oh,
the very first time,
Yeah.
he had a wide open net.
and a pass option.
He had a pass
He had
option as well,
both.
but he didn't even need to. If
Yeah.
he was just, he fires it
Misses the net.
wide
Misses
or
the-
high or something like
So
that.
that was strike
It's
one.
like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
That was strike one.
Yeah.
And then
An offside.
the offside.
Yeah.
How do you be offside with nobody around you like that?
Well, he kind of,
oh,
I think it was he was expecting the
Yeah.
shot or pass before,
Whatever.
and
You can't anticipate
and I think
like
the
that.
other player kind of
Yeah.
hesitated for a
Okay.
second, and I
Sure.
think that kind of put him off.
But regardless, that's strike two.
The strike two.
three,
Yeah.
he nailed he shot it into the foot of the Leaf defenseman, which
Yes.
looked like it hurt like hell. But that was
Yeah.
strike three.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
talk what you want about empty netters. I know I make fun of Ovi and all his
Yeah.
empty netters, but they are an important point in the game at
For
that
sure.
point
Absolutely.
to relieve the pressure, right?
Exactly.
And we friggin' went 2 minutes without that.
Exactly.
And then finally,
Well, he could have ended it at 2 minutes left in the game
Could have ended.
with that one shot that he,
Yeah.
you know.
Anyways, poor Ridley Gregg. I hope the boys are just razzing him over all
They
that.
probably are. Yeah.
But I mean, is that a coaching decision next time? Then you do not put him out there. Or is
No,
it just
no.
bad
I think
luck?
you put. I think it's just
Bad luck. Okay.
I
Give
think
him a
you got
chance
to put
to
him out
redeem
there.
himself.
Yeah.
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 But I
Because he's
wonder-
been playing really well.
Yeah.
So,
So do they put guys out there that are just fast and lots of energy left and can play smart? Like,
oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't often.
Amadio's out there, right?
Yeah.
He's been
Love
on fire
Amadio.
lately.
Love- yeah. No, fantastic win,
Yeah.
fun game. I wish they played again today.
They play the Habs on the Canadians on
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Okay, that's a big game.
And I think they said in the broadcast that
Yeah.
if they, this is the first time
Yeah.
since 71
71.
that a
Yeah.
team has played all 6 original teams in a row.
You're kidding.
I think that's what they said. Or if they win the game,
Yeah. We've played Chicago
We played
recently.
Detroit, Chicago,
Boston,
Boston,
Toronto,
New York,
Montreal. Oh, New
and-
York.
and-
right.
and Montreal coming up.
Isn't that unique?
Yeah.
Huh. That's DDT's fun fact of the day.
There it is.
Huh. Yeah,
so
no, I
Sens got a 96% chance of now making the playoffs. So
yeah.
unless they really tank it.
Well, like I said yesterday,
really-
like if they go 500, according to my math, they're in for sure because
Yeah.
that'll give them like 95 points or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they lose a couple more than 500, they could still likely get in, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't see them letting up. I really hope. Just keep pounding away.
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah, great game. No, I thought they played Monday night as well.
It's
No,
Tuesday, I believe.
damn. So
Yeah.
no Sens till Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. How are we doing for time, DDT?
Oh, we're good.
About an hour?
Well, we had a lot to talk about since we haven't done anything in a
yeah, it's
month,
true.
right?
And we hit on most of it, eh?
I think we did, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now what? What do you got for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'm doing the Costco run, man. I got to go shopping.
Oh, all by yourself,
Got
too.
my older son and his girlfriend coming over for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you cooking up?
It's trying to decide. So after we wrap up here, I'm doing the
Maybe
groceries.
Maybe some sort of Turkish fare.
I'm deciding between hamburgers and kind of like
Hamburgers?
or meatballs.
Sans the BBQ?
Sans the BBQ.
Huh. How would
Actually,
you do
I
it?
could probably fire up the BBQ, but
Oh, yeah, I guess you could.
It's
What was your
raining a
other
little
option?
bit.
Hamburgers or what?
meatballs. Yeah.
Oh, meatballs. Costco hamburger?
No, I'm buying
Oh.
the hamburger itself. I'm gonna make it
What do you mean? No, but you're buying the hamburger at Costco.
ground beef.
The beef.
Oh, I can buy that there, I guess.
They call it hamburger.
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 We
I
make
guess I could buy it there. Eh?
you
could buy
you
the
should
beef
because
there.
it's great quality. And again,
Be a
that's
little
what we
cheaper.
didn't get to. The Costco saving hack.
Oh yeah.
This is a great
Give
example.
us that.
You look at the hamburger,
The
or
hamburger?
ground beef as you call it,
Yeah.
and it's $35 a package. Seems crazy. You break that package up into 3 or 4 components right away.
Oh,
Right.
maybe I'll do that then.
And then you make your first meal with
Freeze
that.
the rest.
So yesterday, what did we whip up yesterday? Oh gosh, I made a great chili out of the blue
There you
yesterday.
go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think I took a third of the package, and then I Googled Wendy's chili recipe. It's one of my go-tos.
Yeah.
Nice and simple,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whip that together. Couple of crusty breads from Costco.
Feet.
It's the best.
Nice.
So yeah, like that is not an expensive meal.
So do you think I should make the hamburger or the meatball?
Well, I was gonna say, and then we also have a couple meatball go-tos, which is
Okay.
great too.
All right.
I mean, I would
Well-
suggest a nice chili. Like that's the nice chili on a wet, rainy day like this. That'd go down well.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, make a nice
Yeah.
chili, and it's simple ingredients.
Yeah.
Google it. Wendy's chili recipe.
It's also her birthday,
Oh,
so I'm gonna have to buy
you better
a
pick up a cake as well.
card or
Get a cake.
gift certificate or something.
What's wrong with a cake?
No, I'm gonna get a cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear the Hard Rock Casino is finally opening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many years has that been?
Oh my God.
10 at least?
Well, I mentioned
I
it
gotta
because
remember
there's
that.
a couple of gamblers in the family.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Guess where they were recently?
Oh, okay. Got it.
And it's still not officially open. They still don't have everything perfect,
Yeah.
but there was a lineup. They were stopping people from getting in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, they both came home winners again, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much?
12 to 1400 or something each.
Oh, I thought you
It
were going to
never
say
ends. No,
like
they just-
30,000 like
No,
that one
no,
that
no.
one time.
No,
that-
that'd be a big win.
Yeah.
No. But I tell you, when it's 1,000 here and 1,000 there, it could kind of add up to that. But again, you don't often hear about
The loss.
the losses. I mean, I'd like to think they're in the green still, but
Yeah,
who knows? Yeah.
yeah.
They have fun.
That's the main thing.
It
eh?
gives my mom something to do. I'm glad
exactly.
she goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But myself, man, gosh, I wouldn't want to spend that much time
Yeah.
gambling, even if I won. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
want to always be in there.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what Vegas is for, baby. Once a year, once or
Exactly.
twice a year,
Exactly.
maybe 3 times.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, I could go 4. Yeah, Vegas and
Oh,
Easter, man.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, but I'm going to Sudbury, man. That's funner.
Actually, I'm supposed to be going to New York City.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah, it was good. It's good that we did it a little longer because
Yeah.
we haven't done it.
Go Sens, go.
We'll see how people listen.
The listener.